Units have escaped. Murder has been committed. Some bodies have taken for close inspection. Clean the rest. Going. Alright, thanks for joining me. It's been a while since we played Viscera, and this was a recommendation. So I thought, well, let's give it a try. I've missed mopping. My settings did reset, so what that usually means for me is that I must have had a player map installed and either it was removed from the workshop or whatever. And whenever that happens, my settings reset to default, like, fantastic. Love it. I think I got them set correctly to the correct way, I think. Hey. Footprints everywhere. Everywhere, I tell you. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. It has been a hot minute since we played. We have so many games to cover this month, but I guess we always do, so. I'm laughing, I'm sorry. I just had like a sudden thought. I started YouTube during the pandemic. One, because I was isolated and kind of lonely. And two, I was using YouTube as a incentive, but also an excuse to play so many of the games that I had on my playlist, because I have a lot of games that before I started doing YouTube that I wanted to play, but I can never convince myself to play because I am very much a creature of comfort. When I'm just on my own without any extra outside help, I just want to play the games that I know really well. Viscera, House Flipper. It was really hard for me to branch out and play other games. And so I was like, well, I'll use YouTube. You know, maybe, people will like my content even if one person watches it. That's a great incentive for me to play this other game, whatever other nameless game that there is. Well, the one thing that I didn't know that happens when you play YouTube, and if you're respectful and kind to, different games, especially indie devs, they will give you keys to their games. And now I have even more games to play that I was like, well, that wasn't the goal. So it is kind of funny how things turn out, I guess. But anyway, this was a recommendation, and I don't think I played this game. I didn't even recognize it when they were asking if I played it. Oh, we have another furnace. Sir, I must ask you to stop gyrating. Just your tummy. It's disturbing. Did you see that, sir? Did you see what happened? Your gyration shook my world. Oh, man. I have to go to work in about an hour, and I'm tired. For no reason, because I haven't done... the only thing I've done today is edit videos, which is probably what made me tired. Green gunk. Disgusting! Now, I will probably melt most of the bodies, but... figured. Oh, that is an elevator. We have splody barrels. Not the splody barrels. We're gonna do ourselves a favor and move. I don't know where they go, but we're gonna move them far away from the fire as we. Closer to you. Nope. Bad alien. Bad alien. I'm in your head. Your head is over my head. Thank you. Let me get your legs. Nope. Supposed to go in there, sir. Okay, I saw blue storage, but I don't think that's what I... How about that for a name? Alright, I got some ropey licorice. Ah, ropey licorice. Any TNT before I start getting rid of my barrels? Willy-nilly. By the way, it's the holidays, so hope you guys are having some great holidays. Whatever I'm trying to say there. So far, I haven't felt like it's the holidays for me. All discombobulated. I work 100% from home. Very blessed that way. And I have since the pandemic, and one of the little, like, oopsies that's come from that is that I am aware of the date in the sense of, especially, like, when it comes to YouTube, but even in my regular work, I work a lot with deadlines. And so I'm always aware of, like, something is due on the 17th or on the 10th. I'm aware of that. Like, I have to stay very much on top of that. But I still make the Pikachu shock face every time I, like, really think about it, and I'm like, oh, that's due on the 17th, and then I'm like, but the 17th is next week. And then I'm like, oh, it's in next week as in next week in 3 days. And so that's always something that I have a lot of fun. Like, I don't know. I have no concept of time. No matter how, like, I have to have concept of time. Because, again, I work with due dates. Everything. All my jobs are due dates. Something bad. This map, by the way, came out in 2002, so I am definitely slipping. Because, like I said, I didn't recognize. Let's see at some point. Okay, oh, there it is. Hello, Saba. You want to know how to get the lightsaber? The vanilla way that you get the lightsaber is there's the map Unearthly Excavations. If you throw junk into the Sarlacc pits, there's a small RNG chance that it will puke up a lightsaber. But then you have to complete the map enough to not be fired in order to keep said lightsaber. But if you are someone who does play workshop maps, I strongly recommend there's a couple of different workshop maps, but there's all collectibles, it's all in capitals, one map where you can get your hands on on lightsabers. They're actually on like a vending machine. Because so many player maps have like little mysterious ways to, like, tongue-in-cheek ways to kill you. So it's something that I do recommend if you want it. Lightsabers does make your job easier because they do burn bodies. But I do see that we have Splody barrels, so we have to be very careful that we don't explode ourselves. You fall there, you fall there. The players do make it nice too to get rid of paper products and whatnot in your water bins. Oh. I was actually thinking it was going to be a light release in games this month because I was checking the release calendar. I was like, oh, it's late. And then 1 week into December, it's suddenly like all of these games are starting to come out. I was like, oh, never mind. I'm grateful though. I mean, I have been introduced to games that I never would have thought to play otherwise. So that has been nice. And thank you to you guys for letting me do that. I know I share some of the weirdest games with you guys that are hidden gems, and sometimes not so hidden gems. Some of them are kind of sour, but I don't know. They're fun either way. And if you ever see me play a game, and then you don't see another video for a while, the most common reason why you don't see another video is that I encountered a bug and I'm waiting for an update. But while I'm waiting for an update, another series of more than one game has heavily distracted me and made me forget to go back and check. But I do check my news. So if I do see in the news that it, like, hey, that game had an update, then I will try my best to remember to go back. But that is the most common. There's a handful of games right now that I was playing, and I ran into fairly game-breaking bugs where I was like, oh, well, I'm going to have to come back. It doesn't happen often, but there is some games that I'll play that I couldn't get it. Right? And I rarely name what the games are, because it's not their fault. feel really low to the ground. In Viscera, I always feel really low to the ground. You know one thing, hold on. Put this down 1 second. My phone. Back in time. Viscera is one of those funny games that actually causes me problems on YouTube, in which YouTube thinks that the strawberry jam makes this game inappropriate for ads, and I always have to like ask for a review and be like, I'm cleaning it up, guys. I'm making it suitable. And usually I get it back. But the funny thing is I didn't get the ability to ask for reviews on my videos for the footage until I had 5,000 followers. I don't know why, or 5,000. So that's why you'll never hear me refer to the red stuff as the red stuff. It's always strawberry jam or whatever. And also why you don't see in thumbnails anymore the videos showing the gore and whatever, because that flags the system, the algorithm, thinking that you're playing something very unsuitable for YouTube. There. One of the questions, when you get to the very end, you can answer a series of questions to get a better score. And one of those questions was where the bodies were treated with respect. And I'm like, but there's no line about, yeah, I melted it with a lightsaber. See. We do have quite a few cleaning games that have come out. There's the Crime Scene Cleaners. I really loved that game. We finished it. There's supposed to be more content coming, but I haven't seen any updates, and that makes me sad because I really enjoyed that one. It's almost identical to this in some ways, but you're cleaning up crime. I really liked that one. When we got through the story, and I even said I really hope that they open it to let players make maps as well, but so far, just its own thing. But I should probably check on it. I'm talking about it, seeing where it stands on new maps. Meepo and fine. Left those cans. Theater. I did, because the furnace is down that way. Finding any tea back there. There has been a big slowdown on new maps from our map makers, which is why you haven't seen any coverage from a while. One of our big map makers too had a misfortune of their account was hacked, and it required a janitor and other people to help re-upload their maps. But I did play through quite a few of 4Can's maps already. I think there's a handful that I haven't, like 2 or 3 that I didn't. Some maps I have no interest in playing. If they play more like a mini game or like an arena, I don't care about it. I'm not saying that they're bad maps, just not my type of. And I guess there's this one other tiny little thing. There's this one other tiny itty bitty thing when it comes to Viscera. I burn myself out quite easily. I have to take breaks because it does make me tired. Because gaming is so hard. But no, yeah, it does. There's something about Viscera that I will gobble it up and I'll play it all and I love it. And then suddenly my brain's like, I'm good. Good now for a while. Another ropey licorice. There. I have to be careful when I come up here. I'm pretty sure there's floaty barrels up here. Base. Oh, if the ladders or the elevator's going to take me somewhere where I've never been. Floaties. Okay, because there's so much. Great. Another ropey licorice. Here. Isn't there a kid's song about meatballs rolling down the hill? Sort of reminds me of that. Medical of Doom or something like that. Meatball. Oh, there it is. Okay. I forgot how creepy the ambient music is. Viscera. Roll the meatball off. Good thing I love mopping. This side. Here. I will try my best to stack everything. I do lose patience with stacking though, so you're aware. These meatloafs just laying around. I haven't seen any sneaky TNT laying around. Can get me into trouble. There. Meatloaf over here. Apparently I am really blind to the meatballs all over the place. You come from, sir? Okay. Sorry. Ladder. I even knew that too as I out. Okay. this was the first game that I had played where you did something like this, where you tidied up something that was so messy, and I remember just loving it. And actually, I was introduced to it by an ex, but a boyfriend at the time, and we had a terrible breakup. And I could not play this game for a while because of that. And then one day I was at work and I was bored out of my mind, and I was just thinking about just the mopping, the satisfaction of mopping up the gunk. And I was like, I really want to play that game, so I came back. And then I played with some friends, and my friends, if you're watching this, you know, I love you all. I was playing with friends, and those friends, one of them was a streamer, and their method of playing was playing to be as messy and chaotic and as goofy as you could be. And then there's me, who's just, I just want to clean up the gunk. Can I clean up the gunk? But so I didn't necessarily enjoy playing with other people, and that is also when I kind of discovered that when it comes to these kind of games, I do best by myself. So there is, that said, there is a couple of people that I will play this game with because they have the same mentality as I do. I just want to clean it up. I want to make it better. I don't want to write stuff on the walls with a mutilated hand. That said, I mean, I do think I am a bit chaotic in the other games. I'm thinking of Ship Graveyard 2. I have to go to work, so I'm gonna leave you guys with this episode. When we come back, we'll continue cleaning. I think there's only probably gonna be 2 parts, because I mean it looks like a big map, but really I think we're just cleaning, and we're gonna be shoving stuff down to stack at certain spots. So thanks for keeping me company. Thank you for the recommendation to play this map, by the way, because I did not know it, which I'm shocked at myself about. But yeah, I'll be back with something very soon.